This morning's show is brought to you by CSF, which is Chapter 1272 of the California Scholarship Federation.
If you had at least 3 A's and 1 B last semester, CSF scholarship may be available to you. Stop by S209 to find out more information and to see if you qualify.
Good morning, Broncos. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Put your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, Broncos.
I'm your host, Sammy.
And I'm your host, Sophia.
And now let's get into this morning's headlines.
CASP testing is finally here. Juniors, after today, you will be testing each day this week. Parents were notified on Friday evening and Sunday evening and this weekend about the scheduling shifts.
Our scheduling this year is based on student feedback from last year. Previously, testing was done over a 6-week time period, so as to not allow disruption of class time. The majority of students last year expressed the willingness to condense testing down to 1 week, and our staff and administration has listened.
Here is our schedule for the week. Tomorrow we will run a 2-hour class period for period 1 and period 3 with only a 15-minute break between the 2 class periods. These classes will be taking their tests during these class times.
After the conclusion of period 3, all students will go to lunch. We will have a 1 lunch for 45 minutes before going to period 5. 5th period is limited to 20 minutes.
After 5th period has concluded, students will go to period 4 for 40 minutes and finally conclude the day with 2nd period for 40 minutes.
On Wednesday, we will run a 2-hour class period for period 2 and 4 with only a 15-minute break between the 2 classes. These classes will be taking their tests during these class times.
After the conclusion of period 4, all students will go to lunch. We will have a 1 lunch for 45 minutes before going to period 5. 5th period is limited to 20 minutes.
After 5th period is concluded, students will go to period 6 for 40 minutes and finally conclude the day with 7th period for 40 minutes.
On Thursday, we will run a 2-hour class period for period 6 and period 7 with only a 15-minute break between the 2 class periods. These classes will be taking their tests during these class times.
After the conclusion of period 7, all students will go to lunch. You'll have a 1 lunch for 45 minutes before going to period 5. 5th period is condensed to 20 minutes.
And after 5th period has concluded, students will go to period 3 for 40 minutes and finally conclude the day with 1st period for 40 minutes.
Friday's schedule is much different than the other day. We will run periods 1, 2, and 3 for 25 minutes each before break occurs in the morning.
We will then run 4th period for 35 minutes as well before setting aside 2 hours and 10 minutes for 5th period. During this time, students that did not show up for CASP testing or who need extra time will be pulled from class to finish up and finalize their exams.
Another 1 lunch will occur for 40 minutes before we finish out the day with 6th and 7th period, which will each last 35 minutes apiece.
Whew, this schedule is wild. It is wacky. It may seem disruptive. However, it is the best way to accommodate mandated state testing and students' desires to complete testing in a shorter time span and window.
If you have any further questions, talk to your teachers or administration as they will be happy to assist.
And speaking of CASP testing, let's see what final piece of advice we have from you, and this time from one of our own.
Hey guys, it's Mecca here with a few tips that you will need to know in order to do well on the CASP. As a senior, I went through testing last year, and let me tell you, it's all how you make it. So if you want your testing to be difficult, it will be. If you want to make it easy, it will be. And if you want to do well, you will. However, there are some things that you can do to ensure that you will do well come test day. And that's what I'm here to discuss. So let's go over it. First things first, eat well in the weeks leading up to taking the exam. There's nothing nothing worse than showing up starving or thinking about food when you have to take an exam. Actually, wait, there is. Sleep. Not being well rested will lead to being irritated and just not feeling well when you take the exam. Adding stress to an already fatigued body will cause you not only to do not well, but further aggravate and agitate you to the point of frustration that's taken out on others. One of my friends actually ended up yelling at her then boyfriend, causing them to break, all because she didn't get sleep or eat much in the days leading up to the test. She overstressed herself when she didn't even have to, and ended up losing out on a relationship, so make sure to eat and sleep. The next thing is to bring your own headphones, so pack them the night before you go to bed so you don't have to worry about someone else's nasty earwax. Communicate clearly with your instructor in the leading up to the exam. If you're not feeling well, let them know. They're here to help, not hurt. Familiarize yourself with such tools of the exam as much as you can. Showing up to take the test unprepared is basically asking to fail. So if you've had the opportunity to meet a famous celebrity, knowing you would actually do so and didn't think about you two or what you would talk about, why would you even have the conversation? It's the same idea for taking the test. Prepare as best as possible for the best interaction. And finally, this may sound simple, but make sure to show up to the exam. Not being here will only cause you to be further behind, making you more stressed and debilitating your abilities to do as well as we know you can on the exam.
VMHS would like to extend a special thank you to Dunkin' Donuts for supporting our Broncos to rock the test.
Dunkin' Donuts supplied the pre-test snack for our 11th grade class as a way to keep them rocking and rolling through testing.
While tutoring is back in their regular locations, timing and scheduling may differentiate due to CASP testing. So if you need help, drop by the normal tutoring locations after school and find out more information.
Now, here's Tess and Roman with your weekend updates.
Tess and Roman in the morning. Hello, welcome back to Weekend Updates.
I'm your host, Roman Hill.
And I'm your host, Tess McCurry. Now, we haven't been on for quite a while.
And that's because it's hard to come up with jokes when you're not funny.
It really is. The only people that laugh at our jokes is our moms. And my mom just watches for him.
She does. She does. It's also because we had our teacher make us start a poll to see if we should stay. We barely made it back.
Barely. Plus, we had multiple mental breakdowns.
And we had to actually do our homework for once.
But mainly because it is too hard to find jokes. Honestly, I think it's because there's nothing going on around campus. Hey, Roman, we're live.
Oh, sorry. My friend was talking about the track season.
Oh, the track season. Yeah, there's nothing really going around campus.
In other news, last week 33 families have been caught bribing schools for athletic profiles and for people to take their children's SATs. Famous actresses such as Lori Loughlin and Felicity Hoffman and other families have been paid over $500K to get their children into top-notch schools.
Imagine your parents paying over $500,000 to get you into a school. I don't know what's more sad, their parents thinking their kids are too dumb to get into school in the first place, or that their parents probably won't get into too much trouble for their actions. Like, there's no jail time for them. It's just celebrities.
Anyways, we wanted to congratulate all the seniors who have worked so hard and is continuing to work hard.
We want to congrats those going to college, those going into the military, or those going straight into the workforce. Your choice is valid.
You don't have to go to a top-notch school to be considered successful or valid.
In fact, we want to hear your accomplishments. Share with us by using the hashtag BMHS Weekend Updates. Instagram it, tweet it, Facebook it, MySpace it.
MySpace?
Yeah, MySpace. It was a thing back then when Sype was an actual teenager. It also was a thing when Instagram and Facebook went out last week. People.
Okay, that is all the time we have for you today. I've been your host, Roman Hill.
And I've been your host, Tess McCurry.
Have a great day.
Thank you guys. And now let's see what announcements we have for the seniors.
The Senior Coffee House is approaching fast. This free event will take place on Wednesday, March 20th from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. in the Amphitheater. We'll see you there on Wednesday.
And now let's have a look at what you have going around the campus in this morning's Club Corner.
NHS presents TED Talks. Are you interested in TED Talks? If so, Wednesday and Thursday, March 27th and 28th, Vista Kids will be presenting TED Talks in the PAC. Topics include banned books, STEM and education, healing our oceans and coral reefs, rescuing wild horses, and time management. Admission costs $2. Doors open at 5:45 p.m. each night. We hope to see you there.
The Latino Student Union would like to invite all members and other interested students to their weekly meetings held in room E217 on Tuesdays after school from 2:45 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. Hope to see you there.
My name's Kaya and I'm from PLUS. PLUS stands for Peer Leaders Uniting Students. What we do is we're a leadership group on campus, but we collect data and we host forums, we work on suicide prevention, and we connect to other students through our student connection committees. Further into forums, what we do is we collect students and we collect data, and then with the students and data, we go into groups and where we discuss the data and we see what, as PLUS leaders, we can do to help other people on campus. A way you can be a part of this and further help the campus is to fill out an application. Applications open on March 18th and are open for a 2-week period. Pick up your application from Mrs. Forrest in WW16.
Hi everyone, I'm your ASB President, Kelsey Waite.
And I'm Mitch Catoni, your ASB Vice President. This year, our nominating convention will take place on Monday, March 25th. It's an important part of our school's democratic process where delegates from all over campus are chosen to select who will be a part of our ballot for this year's ASB elections.
If you are interested in being a delegate this year at our nominating convention and are a freshman, sophomore, or junior, talk to your 5th period teacher or club advisor, or pick up a delegate commitment form from the trading post at break or lunch.
Also, if you're interested in applying for ASB or running for the office position, applications are online now on the VMHS website, and petition runs are available in the trading post. In order to run for office, you must have a 2.5 cumulative GPA and have 2 years of ASB or Senate experience with 1 year in ASB for ASB president, or be a member of your class to be a class officer.
All paperwork, ASB/Senate applications, petitions to runs, and delegate commitment forms are due on Wednesday, March 20th.
For any questions, please come on by the ASB room or trading post, and remember, all paperwork is due by March 20th.
Thank you guys.
Hi guys, my name is Stacy.
I'm Natalie.
I'm Jasmine.
We're here to tell you that girls lacrosse game of the season is Wednesday, March 20th against Mesa.
BBC will be giving out free nachos, and JV starts at 5:30 and varsity starts at 7.
Hope to see you there.
Thought of the day. High expectations are the key to doing well. Why? Because if you fall short of them, you will still be closer towards your goal than if you set a low one to begin with.
And at last, here's Mr. Wager with this morning's Words of Wisdom.
Hey, good morning Broncos. Happy Monday. Welcome to your new week. Our theme this week is expect more from yourself. You can do so much more than you think you can. Motivational speaker Zig Ziglar said, "You were born to win, but to be a winner, you must plan to win, prepare to win, and expect to win." So speaking of being a winner, our juniors are about to show the world how Vista Marietta is a school of winners when they take the CASP test this week. So wish them well, give them a hearty slap on the back. Juniors, give us your best. You are fighting for us on this test. So you probably know this already, but how you do on the test can, on the math portion of the test, can actually positively impact your prior math grade. So you got an incentive there. And did you know that how we score as a school actually can impact for the better or worse the value of your parents' home? It's true, property values are affected by the school's test scores. So let's do our best. It is very important. So expect more from yourselves, Broncos, especially our juniors this week, and do it with class, the Bronco way.
Thank you so much, Broncos. We're so sorry this was such a long episode, but this is the last time that you will see us until next week. Monday's show will be pre-recorded this Friday, as we will be broadcasting to you live from NomCon next Monday.
If you desire to watch, tune into our YouTube channel at the beginning at 8 a.m. And we will be streaming until things end closer to noon.
And that is all the time we have for you guys today, Broncos. I've been your host, Sophia.
And I've been your host, Sammy.
Make sure to follow us on all our social media down below.
And stay classy.
Bye.
Okay, let's go.
Woo!